Good evening and welcome back to the One True Word podcast. Oh dear. So obviously it's been a devastating week for Liverpool Football Club and the wider football world, and specifically for the families of Diogo Jota and his brother, Andrew Silva. Over the weekend I was thinking about whether or not I actually wanted to do this pod today. And I know I didn't know the guy personally. I'm just a fan, just like all of us here. But when the news broke on Thursday morning, it really, really hit me hard. And I struggled for the rest of that day to try and concentrate. I was out in the office working just like everyone else. And I couldn't concentrate because it's not something that you expect to happen. It's not something I've ever known to happen. I was too young. Obviously, Liverpool as a football club has experienced a lot of tragedies over the years. I was too young to remember Hillsborough and the ones that preceded that. But it's just not something you expect to wake up to. The summer started with us winning the league. I was up in Liverpool watching the parade. I saw the players go past. We went on to sign players that we excited about. And that's all kind of taken away in just a few seconds by hearing that news. So on behalf of the One True Red pod, we'd like to extend our condolences to the family of Diogo Jota. And yeah, it's been a tough week. It's been a tough weekend. The players were due back on tomorrow, as far as I'm aware. And it's going to be tough for them. I don't know what the season's going to hold. I don't want to put any pressure on the players. Whatever happens this season. It's taken my enthusiasm away for it. But I won't say dwell on it. I don't want to make the whole pod a sad one. We celebrate the life of Diogo Jota and his brother. We thank him for everything he did for the football club. And he'll forever be a Red. So yeah. So we'll talk about some other stuff that's been going on this week, and that's not to diminish what's happened. It's just that we don't want to spend the pod on a sad note. So we'll talk about other things that have happened this week. So Uche, do you want to stick up the first topic that we're going to discuss?
Yeah.
All right. So yeah. We move on to Arsenal business, and the resident accountant of the team, of the pod, Mikey, said last week. There's a shout out to one of our followers as well. He knows who he is. I don't know if he's watching, but Mikey promised that come 1st of July, signings will be made, and here we are. Zubimendi has been signed. Mikey.
Yeah, it was a little bit more delayed than I thought it would have been. I thought it would have been closer to the 1st. But as I said, when the accounting period closed, Arsenal would start their business. We had Kepa through the door almost straight away. And then Zubi's been confirmed. We're also in advanced talks with Gyokores. Personal terms agreed. And he's also willing to give up 2 million in salary to try and make the deal happen. So that will be done in the next couple of days, I'd imagine. We're also linked with Abriche Eze, which we're delighted with.
This guy having a laugh or something.
The team had talks with the camp, and
talk about Zubimendi, mate.
It's something that would be delightful. We've also got Rodrigo in the background at the Club World Cup that we're just waiting for that tournament to end. And I believe that we'll be going in for him. So everything is moving. Back to Zubi. Oh, what a player that we've signed.
Class.
He's literally just going to knit things together for us.
Have you actually signed him yet?
Where we were unable to transition, he's going to fill that void. Really looking forward to him being in the Arsenal team. He seems happy to be here, regardless of how long it's taken to get him here. And
Bro, you're not going to fact check any of this,
mate. I'll send you the video link.
Are you going to fact check any of this? Like
He's
he's talking like all these players that come through the door. Last I heard, it's Kepa and no one else. He's talking about Zubimendi as if he signed. He hasn't signed yet.
Oh dear, we've got a pod member that doesn't know the news. I suggest you be quiet.
Yeah, pay your internet bill, mate.
I do
No,
though.
go online now while we're talking and doing this pod. Just stop. How ridiculous do you sound? CT, your views.
Jeez, it's finally here, man. I can feel it cooking. So still, because I was a bit skeptical at first in terms of how long these deals were taking, and if Zubimendi was actually really coming to us. But he's proved me wrong, and Berta's doing his thing. And I'm glad we're finally linked to all these players. And for me, Zubimendi is a key part of how we're going to play next season, because transitional play, he speeds things up. That's what we've always lacked in terms of when we played last season, in terms of playing with teams with low blocks and stuff like that. He just speeds up the play. So I'm very, very happy about this signing and the forthcoming signings to come as well, because it looks like we're really serious about this transfer business, and it's good to see. It's something different. So I'm very excited for our future.
Makes a change, CT.
Yeah, I'm happy. I'm beaming, man. I'm happy.
The way you change in the wind, man. It's good to see. It's good to see.
I changed with what's going on. I'm a realist, didn't it? I changed with what's going on.
Okay, fair enough. We had so there's a comment there from Kibsy. We'll just come to that in a sec. But a few pods ago, I think we asked the question to you, CT. What's the aim for this season? What is it now?
To do better than last.
Oh, goodness sake. Come on, man.
It's facts. That's to do better than last. And better than last is what? Finishing first.
Win the league.
Last season. It's to do better than last, yeah.
It could be.
Yeah, it should be. 100%. And to bring a trophy to the carpet.
People can't even commit these days. Can't even commit to simple.
I'm committing to saying we should be doing better than last season. And better is better than second, right?
No. What is better? Tell me. Say it with chest. Come on.
It's becoming the league champions. That's what it is. Champions and delivering a trophy.
Say it with chest. Say it with chest, man. Listen,
I said it with chest.
Listen, man. Congratulations on a great signing. But I'm looking at something, and again, I don't knock me. You know, I do my research, unlike some of people in this pod. So, passing accuracy, Partey. It's better for some reason from last season.
I think we need to blank out certain things that you're about to say.
Successful passes ending in final third, 9.8 versus 15.2. Touches, 66.8 versus 73.6. Progressive carries, 5.5 Zubimendi, 7.9 Partey. Possession 1, 4.3 versus 4.4. Tackles, 2.2 versus 2.9. Duels, 5 versus 5.5. So, yeah, I mean, yeah, he's a better player.
Tells me.
I can't see it. No, I'm not firing shots. I'm not firing shots. I'm just, like I said, I do my research. When player comes,
you're not rating Zubimendi then. Can we be clear now? Make a statement. Be clear. You're not rating him.
To make. I do my research.
Are you rating Zubimendi?
What I'm trying to tell you is that you have Partey, who seems to be based on last season.
So why we have him? So I don't know why we're bringing him up.
Yeah, we need to be careful about mentioning Partey here, but.
Yeah. Sorry? What do you mean? I'm comparing it to the player that played that role. I was actually expecting something crazy from Zubimendi. I was just surprised by those facts. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
But I still think he's a good player. Obviously, I really liked him. I wanted Liverpool to sign him last year. No question about it. It was disappointing when he didn't come in. I think he would be fantastic for Arsenal Football Club. I have no questions about that. I was surprised by that. That's all I'm saying. And that's what I was sharing. I was just doing research on people. That's what I do. I prepare for the pod. That's what I did. So I was just surprised by what I was seeing. That's what I was saying. It's not a hate. It's not nothing. I just did my research. And it seems like Partey did slightly better last season in certain places. One thing that surprised me was the progressive passes, because I expected him to drive. Like CT said, he's going to be the driver of the team. So that surprised me. I have to say I was taken aback by those stats.
Just to, before Mikey comes back in, just to pick up on the progressive passing thing, is that influenced by the fact that he played right back at some point?
Yeah, but perhaps he did. I don't know. We'll find out, won't we?
Perhaps
also
it's
wrote
factual
about
that he did. Do you know what I mean? Like, what we
You
do
did a
here?
lot of research,
You're,
Uche.
you're the,
You
yeah,
don't
you're
need
the
to
fact
find out.
checker.
No, what do you mean? I don't
You
know.
play that right back.
I don't watch your team like that. You tell me. I don't know. Is that the
team.
reason why I did more progressive carries? I don't know. But what I'm saying is that it just surprised me. I'm genuinely was surprised. That's all I'm saying. Like, I'm surprised because I do expect Zubimendi is a fantastic signing. I've got nothing against Zubimendi here. Like, I can't say this enough. I'm just saying I was surprised looking at those things. That's all I said. Like, you guys don't have to be defensive all the time.
Sato, no one's
It's like their
talking about
manager. It's like their manager, Uche. There's a few comments coming in. We're going to take
post them up.
Yeah, so we'll just start with Kibbsy's one. So who will be Arsenal's midfield with Zubi? Craig? CT?
It just speaks for itself, isn't it? Obviously.
No, does it? Does it? I don't. Just
At
tell
the
me.
moment,
Zubimendi at the 6, Declan Rice in the 8, and then
Yes.
Odegaard ahead of him.
Okay.
Depending
is
on
it gonna
Odegaard,
be
depending when we get
Odegaard?
Eze will probably be switching from his left role to maybe
Exactly. That's why I asked the question. So it's
No,
not like
But we're talking about now, the team we have now.
As of now,
Yeah.
he plays. I want Eze in for Martinelli and Martinelli to be shipped out, as we all know. So that's not going to impact on that free.
You right there, Aki?
His cat's got more to say than him, I think.
Wow, he's just saying.
I thought it would be like I said. Odegaard was to me was extremely disappointing last year.
Yeah, now we can sit down.
He's got real competition now.
Now I think he has to get an upgrade required. You can't come out and play in that position and be that poor. So for me, I think Eze would probably usurp him if he can't get signed in that position.
Yeah, I wouldn't disagree with that.
And it's not going to be a difficult choice either. So I think I'm just disappointed with Odegaard. I genuinely am. I think he's regressed massively.
So are we.
We've got Simply Ace back. Hi, Simply Ace. Good to see you back again. Micah Johnson, good to see you again. Listen out. Yeah, the Premier League is stacked. Absolutely stacked. He has mentioned Odegaard in there, though. So Mikey might not like that. But
No. As of you go into the season, scrap last season, except for Martinelli, and we can look for and be optimistic about Odegaard in this midfield. Simmons is a bit of a reach, I think, there for Newcastle. But yeah, there's some good midfield frees.
Do you think then, like Arsenal's three, so Zubimendi, Rice, Odegaard, are as good as Liverpool's 3 or 4, or City's?
Yeah,
I know.
You don't have to.
Time will tell as well.
There's no way.
Well, okay, so let's put it this way: we played head to head.
Yeah.
Against Liverpool. I don't believe we lost last season. We played head to head against you've got Wirtz in there that's different. That's going to be an interesting addition to it to see how that whole makeup takes shape. I think that Szoboszlai was a more defensive version of Wirtz. So we'll see how everything's going to take shape very differently. We're going to find out very quickly.
I guess what I'm trying to get at is if you look at Liverpool signings, they look like upgrades in the main. Whereas when you look at Arsenal signings, they look like squad fillers at best.
I wouldn't say that Frimpong's an upgrade on Trent, I'm afraid. So
Trent
and he's going to change your whole style of play as well. We've discussed this probably last
I think
week.
most people would say Frimpong's a good signing, especially at the money we
but not an upgrade.
Huh?
But not an upgrade.
He's an upgrade on. He's an upgrade on Connor because Trent has gone. So he's an upgrade on what. He's an upgrade on what we.
Don't move goalposts. You're comparing.
I'm not. I'm saying upgrade on what we've got. He's an upgrade on what we've got.
Last season to the next. That's what we're looking at here. So it's how can you progress and improve?
Yeah, and none of your signings are.
I'm not accepting Frimpong as an upgrade on Trent. It's simple as that.
Well, Trent was pretty terrible last season. If you
don't be ridiculous, man.
See, this is where we're going,
and his numbers were down.
Man, what are you doing?
His numbers were down, and his performance levels were down. Anyway, point being, is Gyokores is
what is
definitely
going on here? What is this man talking about?
Is definitely an
let
upgrade.
him finish his point. Let him finish his point.
He hasn't got a point.
No, I did.
How can you finish the
and you haven't answered it. like, so what? So it's just Norgard. Is he an upgrade on Jorginho, like whoever he's meant to be replacing?
Wait, what are we doing here? We just had on the screen the freeze in the midfield. Norgard wasn't on screen.
Lucas a squad player.
What are you doing?
Right.
You didn't even know that Zubimendi
He's
had
a
signed.
replacement for someone.
I don't
though,
know if I can talk to you.
Well, let's talk to Captain Stubbing. Captain, welcome. I don't think
That's fine.
I don't think you commented before on the pod, so welcome. If you're not subscribed, please do so. He says, this is one for you, Chase. Stats aren't everything, Zubi.
No, it's not for me. It's not for me.
It is for you.
I
It's not
think
even
it's
real enough to
a
stop.
thing.
It's for you.
You
Answer the
It's
question.
not for me.
Comment in when he was
I-
critiquing him.
If you ask me,
You
I
came with
agree with
stats
it.
for a reason.
No, relax. If you asked me that statement, I'll agree with it. He is an upgrade. I just said I was surprised by the statistics based on last season. I said that. That's literally what I said. Don't misquote me. I'm right here. Stop. I'm not everything. I do believe an upgrade for your team.
You're arguing with the forum here, not us, I'm afraid.
Simply,
I'm not arguing. I'm not even arguing
Say
with
that
anything.
offline, bro.
It doesn't even make sense. Like you guys, I don't know. This defensive pod is just ridiculous. Everything cannot be said. You can have
That's the guy who
discussions.
came with the stats to try and create
No,
something.
but I said I was looking at it and I was surprised by what I saw. That's what I said.
Okay, and we gave you the reason for that.
Yeah, but also, I was gonna go back to the whole this whole issue. Let's hope that Rice does step up and I think Noga might play some games as well. That Odegaard is the key, is the weak link, and he had to go. I think you guys have done well in the shoot. I really am proud of Arsenal Football Club and what they've done. I'm expecting much better challenge this year.
Simply Ace, he said he watched some of Sociedad's games and Zubi is a solid player, but not enough to help Arsenal win the title. Just his opinion.
I agree with that one.
I think I've watched Scornaki. You agree with that one, yeah?
So you
Yeah, I
agreed when Zubi was on your agenda as well, when you were going to get him last season. Did you agree with that then, or what's going on? You don't rate him now.
No, I didn't think he was going to be the worldie that's going to change everything for us. He's a solid player. Don't get me wrong.
No, you definitely did.
But no, I didn't.
do that.
No, I didn't. He's not a worldie. He's not the kind of player who's going to set the world alight. But point being is, when you look at Arsenal's season last season, everyone knows what was needed, and that was a striker and a left forward, right? Who they gone out and bought? 2 midfielders and a defender. Right?
We're still in the market, though. What are you doing?
Time stamp.
All I'm saying is that I don't think you guys are focused on the areas that you need. You should have bought those players early doors to allow them to bed in during pre-season. In the end,
Pre-season's not started.
Hasn't started yet, Aki.
It's going to start Monday.
No, they don't. They come back on the 15th.
Yeah, theirs is the week after ours. Kibbsy picking up on Mikey's going to lose it with your comment.
He's a legend, man.
So simply, Ace, Zubi on his own wouldn't be enough. That's true. But we've got a lot of other signings that are going to come through. So we're going to strengthen the areas that I want Martinelli gone. I believe we're going to strengthen that area of the pitch. Gyokores will be done very quickly in the next couple of days. So we will have that striker that people keep saying that we need. So we've got a striker. We'll have a left-sided player to replace Martinelli.
We'll talk about that.
There's no excuses.
And I can't wait.
Can someone do a count of how many times Mikey mentions Martinelli?
There will be excuses purely because the numbers don't add up. That's where the excuses will be. There is nowhere on this planet Kai Havertz is not starting 80 to 85% of matches, no matter what you guys say.
I don't mind. Guess what?
Good point.
Kai Havertz is one of our favorite players, so I do not mind.
No, that's what I'm saying. But you keep talking about these guys. He's gonna sign Gyokores. Saka is gonna be there.
No, he's signing Gyokores.
Sorry.
In case you don't know, he's signed. Next couple of days, it will be done.
That's what I'm saying. So hold on. He's up front. Saka is definitely playing. Kai has to play.
I don't have to play.
Come on, come on. Why you say everything about your own team?
You don't
Jump. Should we take a bet? Like,
you know, I can see Kai playing because Kai is essential.
he's 100% going to play. I can't even believe that. It's an argument.
Okay.
Who knows? I'll leave that to Arteta. That's not my job. My job
Yeah,
is
it's your job, but what is likely based on what we've
signings.
seen? Based on what we've seen, Kai Havertz is starting a lot of your games. So why do you guys continue to?
Odegaard might even take a seat with Kai in the position. it could work like that. We don't know how it's going to set up. But
So,
Odegaard was particularly poor, a lot poorer than Kai Havertz.
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying that I've not mentioned you guys put him in there. I know Arteta is going to put him in there, so I'm going to talk
in my
about
head, in the back of my mind, I don't know where it's going to sit, but I can imagine Kai playing.
Honestly, I just cannot imagine a situation based on what I've seen from this manager of him just somehow just forgetting about Kai.
Yeah, but don't forget, we've never had an out-and-out number 9. So things have to change. So he's going to have to change.
Jesus.
Yeah, he plays number 8. That means Odegaard sits down.
Delete Kibsy.
Get Mikey to crash out.
Well said, Kibsy. Well said.
That would be
hilarious. We got a comment in here from Ashley Spencer. Gyokores accepted 2 million cut.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes, actually, I went through that at the beginning of the pod. Gyokores is trying to do everything he can to
He's
make
on what? Sorry, sorry, I'm confused.
He's willing to give up 2 million in wages
from
to
who?
make
You must be whack.
I don't know what you guys are talking about.
You don't need to, but if you do your
What are
research,
you talking about? So you're telling me,
you're a researcher.
so wait. So you're telling me at Sporting right now, he's gonna get less money playing for Arsenal Football Club. That's what you're saying.
What's being said is that he's willing to forfeit 2 million that the club will owe him to make the move happen.
Okay. Boy, didn't say that because boy, I'm hearing something that make no damn sense.
But
I'm like, what? How much is he getting paid?
Serious question. Okay. Do you guys reckon you're going in for him just because the other options are too expensive? And so, like, it's a case of Arsenal trying
serious question. Do you know what, Aki? Have you been on this pod for months?
No. But that was your opinion.
Wait. No. Who have I said I wanted us to sign?
Hearing, prior to today,
who did I want us to sign?
Arsenal were linked to quite a lot of strikers. Whether
two
strikers.
More than two, man. More than two.
Two officially.
If you read what about Watkins? What about Watkins? We had Arsenal wanting him and Arsenal not wanting him. You guys said Arsenal wanted him, so let's add him to the mix. So Mikey, you asked about 3 or 4 strikers.
Why are we adding Watkins?
Gyokores is the cheapest out of the lot.
No, he's not.
Even if he was, what's the point?
You just mentioned Watkins.
And he's older. He's 27.
Go on, Craig. Go on, CT.
Even if he was, Aki, the cheapest, what's your point?
So,
because we're getting who we want at the end of the day. Me and Mikey want to Gyokores. So
Arsenal being tight.
No.
Yeah, we're going to spend over 200 million and we're being tight. Both Craig and myself have said that we wanted Gyokores from the beginning, and we're extremely unhappy that we're getting Gyokores. Ashley.
In about 6 months' time, when it's called 1 and 10, then we will revisit that one.
Okay, cool. Yeah,
let's do that. Go on, Mikey. Ashley's point.
Yeah, so I think in the next 48 hours it will be done. All the reports are that it's very close. Personal terms have been agreed with Gyokores. It's just a matter of getting closer to what Sporting are willing to accept, and the players willing to do everything he can to make it happen. When you're in that circumstance, and also the players refusing to go back and train with them,
he's on strike.
You need the player to agitate.
Terrible attitude.
Through, and he's doing that.
Absolutely shocking attitude. Who wants
absolutely magnificent?
Who wants those kind of players? Let's move on, Mikey. So we have another. Signing potential. Oh.
He doesn't want to speak about.
I don't want nothing to do with this topic. Nothing.
For the viewers, I was about to say, I was going to explain it to the viewers, CT, but you said it. Yeah, Mikey. So,
listen,
what's going on here?
Have we touched on Nani in the pod before? I think we spoke about him last week, didn't we?
Yes, we did. Yeah.
Did we?
Yeah. So my view has been clear. Nani Madueke is a good signing. If he were the only signing, it would be bad news. But in addition to the other players, the aforementioned players, and the exit of Martinelli, I'm ecstatic.
This is where we clash, Mikey, because
we can
he ain't better than what we got, bro.
He's better than Martinelli. No, listen, this is where it stands. I'm just going to make a statement. He's better than Martinelli, and he can also cover Saka when he's out.
He's not better than Martinelli.
Perfect.
Can we just do a quick
eye? I'm not talking stats or whatever, because I think the stats are pretty close anyway.
Stats are close. Yeah.
Noni cannot play on the left side. If
Yes,
you
he
ask
can.
Any
You've not watched him.
Okay, he can play there, but he can't play there. If you get what I'm
He's
saying.
played in the Club World
If
Cup
you
there.
ask any Chelsea fan, him stinking up that left side.
No, he
that is
hasn't
not the
stuck up the
option.
left side.
That is not the option to put him in. I'm not having that. And we're going to spend what 50 million on him.
Don't worry
Did you
about how
hear-
much you
To
spend.
not
You got
better
money,
our
man.
squad. That's
Are
crazy.
you,
got
are
money,
you the
man.
accountant or am I? Don't worry about the money, my friend.
Don't
I'm
worry about
worried
the money,
about the
man.
money because it affects our other signings.
Don't worry about the
I want
money.
Eze, I
Money
want
ain't the
It's
Rodrigo.
clearly not, but it's not. Do you know?
Money ain't the thing. What's this?
So what I think they're doing is they're advancing talks with Noni in case they can't extend Nwaneri. Nwaneri's agitating. He's not been getting the minutes, and there is a likelihood that he could leave. He agitated before, remember?
Yeah,
Before he signed up.
Let's talk about
So
that.
his camp are constantly agitating.
because they see the potential that he's got, and I
Yeah,
think
but
he should be paid
listen,
more, to be fair.
the teams that he's linked with are Liverpool and Chelsea.
Liverpool and Chelsea, yeah.
Who?
Where's the game time there?
Who?
What?
Our boy, Starboy 2, Ethan.
Linked with what?
Not really
Nwaneri.
linked with Liverpool.
Nwaneri.
Guys, man, jeez.
He's
That's
better
not
than your
messing
guy
around.
that you
I've
sold
not
the
seen
other
that
day.
link personally. I've not seen that link.
As I referred Aki earlier, do some research, please.
My research will be done.
Look, well, you need to be doing something
You
better.
think I want him linked to your club?
What's he coming to do? I don't understand. What's he coming
Is
to
he
do?
not better than?
This
what's
is what I'm
his
saying,
name?
Uche.
What's his name? For
The
Liverpool?
two clubs that he's been linked with
Chiesa?
are Liverpool and Chelsea. He's
not
agitating
brilliant.
about not getting enough minutes or wanting guarantees of minutes. None of it makes sense.
What's your young English player called again?
Elliot.
Yeah, he's better than Elliot.
He's not young.
Come on, Craig.
Huh?
CT.
What? Are you doing that?
He's
Ethan Nwaneri is better than Elliot.
at
Yes.
doing what?
100%.
Everything.
At doing what? Running in a straight line?
Anything.
What? What
Name
we
it.
talking about?
Name something that Elliot's better than him at.
Playing football. How about that?
Okay.
Wow.
you're
All
being
right.
silly.
Yeah,
You're being silly.
that's a good one.
How about that?
You're being silly.
That is
now.
a mad comment.
That's
The
crazy.
thing is,
Ethan was on the verge of playing for England. That's how good he was at the time. So
So is
And then-
Elliot, man.
and then he was not on
Elliot
the-
could never sniff the
and
England
then
squad.
he
Even at 17.
he was on the verge of playing for England, and then he was on the bench for England under 21s.
Yeah, because something happened in the background. I think we know that.
Who
Who
does?
came on
I
and
don't know
turned the game?
Don't do
Who came
that.
on and turned the game?
Who
The
won?
Euros final.
Who won playing the tournament, man? Come on, what are you doing
Who
it?
came on and turned the game?
I'm not even having this conversation.
The
man.
guy didn't even have
That's
legs
crazy.
to finish the
Let's
game.
go.
Crazy.
Let's go back
That's
to
why
Noni.
Liverpool are selling him.
Let's
When are
go
we
back
getting
to
on to
Noni.
Liverpool?
Let's go. He can't get game time in our team, but we're going to
Let's go
sign
back to
Nwaneri
Noni,
to get
please.
game time.
Ethan can. That's why you want him.
Let's go back to Noni. Noni's making people mad out here.
Listen,
I don't want
as
to.
it stands,
Like, truthfully, I don't want this
I
guy.
like money.
I don't.
CT doesn't.
I don't.
That's your answer,
That's
Craig.
what
CT, that's your answer. What's he
What's
better at? How about that?
He hasn't helped you. to
Oh,
win
well
anything.
done. Should we
Yeah, yourself.
name Jimmy Traore in that trophy cabinet?
You know what I mean? Like, what are we doing?
We should.
Uh,
Oh, everyone.
100%. I agree with that as well.
Oh, everyone got a comment there for Mikey. And Mikey, I think you might have a comment for Oh, everyone, because last week he called you out and said he'll be back this week if you haven't
Didn't I
made any
ask for an
signings.
apology?
He asked you the
Oh,
apology.
everyone. Oh, everyone, before you type again, I want an apology on the thread. I told you what would happen from the 1st of July.
Basically, this is how it goes. In case you don't know, you say, "I am sorry for doubting the chartered accountant." The end.
Did you get that, Oh, everyone? No. Yeah. We'll
He
wait.
does.
We'll wait for that.
He's got
We'll
a
wait
point,
for that.
though.
We've got a comment in from David. This is for you, Aki. Based on your previous chat about who they're signing, who they're not signing,
I agree.
you should be fined and suspended. So
Yeah.
we'll
Not
consider
really,
that.
but the
As
thing
a
is
team, we'll
that I'm looking at it from an outsider looking in. So, like, I've got, I don't support Arsenal. I don't really I don't care what happens to them. But all I'm saying is, when I look at their signings, they don't none of them look like they're going to set the world alight. They're all average signings at best. Now, if you think you're going to win the league after finishing 10 points behind by signing these average players, great, but it's not happening.
What's
Fair
this
play,
name
fair
calling?
play.
Oh, everyone refuses to apologize.
Apologies, this is shameful.
I
That's
believe
not how
it's a character trait.
That's not how you spell I am sorry. Oh, everyone.
That's definitely not how you feel. I'm sorry. I cannot believe this. This is a cop out. You only had to do. I've told you. I spelled it out. What you had to do. I am sorry. It should be so easy to do.
Yeah, well,
I want to
obviously-
talk about Noni anyway. Unlike
let's go back to
CT,
Noni.
What have you got to say about Noni? Go on.
He's got stats as well. Watch. Here we go.
unlike CT, right? I understand the annoyance because he doesn't seem like an exciting player, but I like the guy. I just think he's not gonna quite do it because his preference must be Saka's position. So how's he gonna play? He's not gonna play enough to make that impact. That's his position. That's where he wants to play. That's where he's most dangerous. That's why I find it a bit odd of an signing because you're basically signing Saka's sub for that amount of money.
Listen, but this is the issue. Saka hasn't had a sub. And that's been the major issue.
It's a bit strange.
When Saka's out, the fall off and the balance of the team is so off that we struggle dramatically. Madueke is like a Primark version of Saka.
The reason why I'm having a problem with the signing, like I said, when you go,
What are you even saying? Why do we want this guy?
no, the reason why I have a problem with it is that normally when the season starts, and sometimes especially when the Champions League hasn't kicked off yet, when you're going 3 weeks without touching the ball, you start getting agitated. It's just how footballers are. It's very, very difficult to stay enthusiastic when you've now been shown that you're definitely Saka's sub. That's the only issue. So I don't think he's going to improve his game.
This is what it is, yeah. Our squad has been so thin that we need these players to be brought in that aren't your kind of world-class players that Aki's referenced. We need your Norgards. We need Mascara. We need Kepa because we haven't got a sub-keeper. We need to strengthen the whole thing. So for me, Gyokores is being brought in as that top striker that everybody's been talking about. People can downplay him and kind of say, oh, Portuguese form isn't going to translate. I'm not really bothered because I see the player and he will score goals for us. I know that we're linked with Eze. He's an upgrade on what we have and can play a number of positions. We're linked with Rodrigo. I think that will happen. Those three, if we signed Eze, Gyokores and Rodrigo, done. I'm happy with no other signings.
Yeah.
Madueke is just an add-on.
Is an add-on not an alternative, Rodrigo?
No, an add-on is not an alternative.
Well, this is the
So you're
thing.
going to sign
right?
both. You're going to
Have
sign both of them.
Can you see that type of player
As an add-on.
being told that he's going to be a backup? Can you see that type of player being told he's going to be a backup for Saka?
So do you think he's coming to replace Saka?
No, he's not coming to replace Saka, but I don't
What are we
believe.
discussing?
I
He's
don't
coming to
believe.
Saka.
I think he's been promised that left side, which I'm very worried about. Which
Same.
then puts
Also,
out the
sorry to-
Rodrigo link.
If Martinelli goes,
Sorry
I'm
to burst
ecstatic.
any bubbles here, but you're not getting Eze and Rodrigo. At best, you'll get one. At best,
And that's
Okay.
been
you're
generous.
definitely not going to get both.
Fine,
So if
I'm
you-
happy.
And more likely
Defiance.
it'll be Eze.
Let's go on to Simply Ace's comment because we're ignoring the comments a little bit here. So all of our signings are mid-table.
Zubi mid-table. Come on.
Well, he's right.
He said he's
That
watching
is
play.
not-
To be fair, CT, he said he's watching play. I mean, I don't necessarily agree Zubi is a mid-table player, but he said he's watching play.
Mad
Any
comment.
of us
That's
have seen
crazy.
him
Then,
play.
if he's watched him play and said that,
The problem, we have to be fair here, right? Just based on the comment that's put on, right? If you've got any football knowledge and watch football, none of these players are moving the needle like that. It just is what it is. However, like what Mikey was saying, you need these players because it's a long season. But every individual on there, even Zubimendi himself, all this noise, this guy don't know what it's about to play at this level. He's never played here before. So the statement is correct, but they have to prove, and I think they will get to prove that they're good players. But right now in their careers, those people he stated, you can't be skanking at that. Come on, man.
we
Like,
ain't
come on.
skanking yet, though. This is what you're not listening to. We have needle movers on the way, like we've been talked about. Rodrigo,
Yeah, I know. But I'm just responding.
they are potential title winning squad.
No question, but I'm just looking at the comment. They don't
At the moment, 100%. It's not. We're not finished yet. We're not finished.
But I'm just saying, don't
Listen,
start
I
gearing
don't
up.
think Zubimendi should be in that list. I don't.
Zubi shouldn't be.
Okay, see, Craig. Again, let's
Wait.
talk football.
Can we just do something on that list? Zubi is not a mid-table player. We've seen him play for Spain. We've seen him play at a high level for Spain. Let's not do that.
Okay.
Noni Madueke, he's in a top 4 team right now. Why are we talking about him as being a mid-level?
Because
It doesn't make any sense. It's illogical.
Well, we have to look at people that finished in mid-table, don't we? Like Brighton.
Yeah. What do we need to know? We need to look at the people that finish in the top 4.
No, I'm saying you're saying why that because you're making it look like the people that mid-table are they're good teams.
No. The comment was they're mid-table players. No, he's a top 4 player. It's shown. There's evidence there.
He wasn't a starter though for Chelsea.
Nobody's not a top 4 player.
Look at his.
Pedro was starting on the right for Chelsea towards the end of last season.
Pedro was starting on the right. Okay.
Well, check the stats, mate. He was.
Pedro was starting on the right.
How can you check his stats on that? I would like to know.
I don't know. All I know is I remember seeing him a match of the day playing on the right.
Pedro, you idiot.
I saw
Pedro played on the right.
Go and get your Metro paper and check it out. I know you've been.
Anyway, point being, Noni wasn't starting for Chelsea. He was coming off the bench. So he wasn't a starter.
Okay, he wasn't a starter for Chelsea. All right. On to Houdini's comment.
Because he's not getting games.
Every time I saw Chelsea play, personally, I think Noni will be instead of
Noni's talks done.
Rodrigo. Huh? That's what I'm saying. You'll get one wide player and it'll be the cheapest one because that's how Arsenal operate.
All right, cool. Houdini, why would Rodrigo even contemplate Arsenal right now? Have you been watching the Club World Cup? Firstly,
no.
Arsenal aren't in it though.
Probably hasn't, to be fair.
There is literally not a position for Rodrigo in Alonso's setup. He's playing Arda Güler in there. He's playing wing backs, Trent and Garcia. He's playing the other Garcia with Vinicius up front. Mbappe's ill, so he's on the bench. So he's still got to come back in. Endrick's not being seen. They've signed that, is it Mastonado?
Yeah, the French guy, isn't it?
They got players coming in. Rodriguez not started the last 4 games. He's going to be off. And they can get money for him.
They don't want him.
They definitely don't want him. He's very clear.
They don't want him. So we'll take him.
I think the comment was more, why would he want to go to Arsenal?
He didn't say if he's going. He said, why would he want to come to...
Why would he contemplate Arsenal? That's because he hasn't got a position at Real Madrid.
Yeah, but he's saying, well, why not other clubs?
Yeah,
next thing. Let's name some other clubs. Where is there an opening on the left wing top club? Name one. Because Barca's closed off, PSG's closed off.
Bayern. There you go.
Bayern,
they want your guy. They want your guy.
Closed off.
They're chasing you. They're chasing Diaz.
What?
No, it's serious, man. I think Bayern might be coming in for that guy.
They've got Coleman, Elise.
No, they definitely need that somebody.
No, they need a number 10. With Musiala, they need a number 10.
Yeah, they need a number 10, but they definitely need a wing. And they need that Eze. Eze might do the business.
So that is a potential. No, that's a potential.
Link up back link up again with Elisa.
They've already done it. They must have a good relationship with Palace.
That's right.
I can see Eze to Bayern happening.
That's true.
Well, Odegaard it is then.
Nah, don't.
Yeah,
do that.
Odegaard it is. Mamta said.
This is good to see Arsenal fans from smiling this week. They're very.
No, Mamta. Do you know what? Wait. It will be a huge downgrade for Rodrigo to go to Arsenal. Yeah, we slapped up Madrid. Make it make sense, my friend.
Make it make sense, but
what are you trying to say? Arsenal
make it make sense. Don't come back to me.
No. You make it make sense.
Anytime you smack a team, that's it. It's done. Once you smack a team, it's over. They don't.
Smoke them twice.
Oh my days.
I think the recent heat wave has gone to Arsenal fans' heads.
So what are we basing it off of? What history and stuff? Because we slapped them last season twice.
Is that how we're doing things now? Because you beat him in 2 games.
I'm adding a formula into it.
Okay.
What are we doing?
Here's a formula for you. Nice one, Polar Knights. Nice one, Uche.
Yes.
There's a comment in here. Now, do you want to put the next banner on first?
I know where you're coming. You're gonna.
I am. Yep. You know where I'm coming. Do you want to put the next banner?
Oh God.
Now, viewers,
We're still on this. I wasn't even here last week, and we're still talking about this.
viewers,
I know, bro.
Great.
you know what? The
Give
person,
it
who
a
does,
rest, man.
the person who does the banners isn't me. CT, is it you?
It's definitely me. I wouldn't put that rubbish on there.
Mikey,
Say it
Mikey,
like
is it you that does the banners?
No,
Not you.
I was not
Okay.
expecting this.
Aki, is it you that does the? No, it's not
you
you.
know.
Funny,
So
man.
if it's not us four, who?
Listen, you English delusional people. I'm gonna try to continue to educate you. And I've got so many bad words to say. I'm trying to keep calm. You people
Bro.
don't understand what's going on.
How much they paying you, bro?
What's
What's the cut you're getting? Because I don't understand.
And you know what? Anybody that watched the Bayern Munich versus PSG, you must not like football if you don't like what happened there. That's a great game. Even the Real Madrid against Dortmund. I don't understand you people, but I'm willing to let it slide if people don't. don't
Hang on a second. I'm not against the Club World Cup. If Liverpool were in it, I'd watch it. But why? Is there a lot of hate?
Yeah, there's a lot of hate. I don't understand. They're not even watching it. That's the thing. They claim they're football fans. They're not even watching it, and it doesn't make sense.
Uche, you didn't watch the game yesterday.
I couldn't watch the game, but I did watch the game.
Just saying.
There's a difference.
I watched the game.
No. Let's
The
get it
game's not
right.
that
I
accessible.
couldn't watch the first half. I did watch the game. Let's get that right.
Hey, stop
Try,
this.
try and call me out. Listen, man, it's been a great tournament. It's been a great tournament. I'm not gonna lie. I'm looking forward to Tuesday, Wednesday.
They're basically
Wednesday,
giving them out anyway.
You know what?
£9 a game.
Kibbsy,
Crazy.
we saw that apparently what was it? The Chelsea game, Palmeiras.
Yeah,
Chelsea
£9,
Palmeiras game is like $9.
It's
So if you want to
dynamic
go,
price.
if you want to go, Kibbsy,
Dynamic price. It's
it's
dynamic price.
I don't think Uche is making much.
You know the funny thing about this, yeah, and I know this for absolute sure. If Liverpool was in this tournament, Real would be out there. That's the joke of all this nonsense.
not in that country.
If Liverpool were,
That's
we would be out there.
Yes, you will be there.
That's the
I
joke.
know.
You'll be asking me to go. That's the truth.
No, you be going. You be
Where
there.
do I sign?
That's the
Not-
joke with it. You be
not
like, where
right.
am I going? How many games have I actually watched? I've watched almost every game. Listen, Mr. Oabiwan, first of all, you did not apologize, and now you're commenting again. So this is your last chance. If you want me to take you seriously, apologize to the chartered accountant. Now, I will address you one last time. I have watched almost every other game, apart from yesterday when I missed the first half of the
Most important game of it all. The most important
I
game.
was busy, man. I had things to do. You know, I'm a busy guy. But I caught up with it. That's the most important. And I'm not missing the semi-finals either. Watch your mouth, Oabiwan, is what I'm saying. And apologize. Do the right thing.
Simply Ace is on form today. Have you seen it?
A comment there for you, Arsenal fans.
This guy, bro.
Cheers and cheers.
Uche, go on then. Let's humor you just before we end the pod.
There's
Let's
nothing
humour
to humor. I was just saying that it was a,
I haven't asked my
surprisingly, it's a good tournament. That's what I'm saying. I think
It's not
I
a
love-
bad one.
from what I've seen, every team is taking it very, very serious, as serious as you can possibly take it. So I'm not
I'm
having
not going to go that far.
No, but it's
I don't
true.
think-
I go by the team selection. I go by
Dembele
team-
is on the bench most games.
Who's on the
He's
bench
injured,
most games?
Dembele,
Dembele has not been fit, bro. It's a fact.
he's coming on for 20 minutes.
I know, but I'm saying he has not been fit. No, that's not me saying it. It's his manager. He's not been fit to start the game. Like, he's not going to do that in the next stages where it's just more days. He's trying to build him into it. Everybody's played. Bayern Munich first team, Chelsea first. Everyone. Obviously, Chelsea are tweaked a little bit.
After what happened to Musiala, do you reckon that's going to mean that they're going to continue playing their first 11s?
Boy. Well, he's out now anyway, so you don't need to worry about that.
Wow,
Yeah,
cold,
I know.
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
I think with the amount of money on offer,
They're
it's
friendly.
a big. No, it's not a friendly. It's a big competition. It's up there with the Champions League, if you ask me.
Well, talk your talk, bro.
Well, it is because
What,
if you
the,
look at
the
how you
cash
have to
prize or the actual tournament you're talking about?
Well,
the cash prize,
Craig, the
and
way
also,
we look at it.
if you look at how you have to qualify, it's going to be like one of the hardest competitions to qualify for. You have to win the Champions League.
No, do you know what? This is an issue, Aki. When you don't attend
No, it's
every
not an
pod,
issue. You're the issue.
when you don't
Not
attend
the
every pod,
Go on,
you
Uche.
know-
Come on, look, we've had enough of Angry Bird here. We've had enough of Angry Bird.
Inter
We're
Miami
discussing-
were invited into the tournament. Don't start chatting rubbish to us.
Yeah, but that's one
We're not going to
team.
accept it.
That was one
that-
team. What about
No,
the
but-
rest?
That was one team, and that's enough for me and everybody else.
No,
Go
yeah,
on.
I know.
It's
But what
not
I'm
true.
saying, what he's saying is true. Apart from Inter Miami, which does happen with the host nation, right? You do have this weird thing, host nation. That's what they did there. But everybody there is genuinely there on merit. So
Okay.
yes, you're right. There's 32
Wow.
teams. One is
Wow.
definitely
You
a
want
rogue.
submissions for real.
100%.
No. One is 100%. No, I'm agreeing with you. Mikey, I'm agreeing with you. One team is 100% a rogue. I said that multiple times. There is no question about it. Nobody
And
can
one
pretend.
one team is a team of farmers.
A team of farmers.
You even said it 2 weeks ago. You said the
No, I
Farmers
said,
got
Steve,
slapped
what's the
up
matter with
10-0.
you, man? I'm telling
What's
you,
this
that
merit
one
business?
is a rogue team, and they made this. They made the last 16. That they did not. That was not based on anything. That's it. But the other teams were on merit. You can't enter there if you haven't won or done something in the Champions League, or you haven't done well in the European competition. You're not going to be invited. You're not going to be able to get in there. So what Aki's saying is true. You can't get in there any other way.
Except a lucky dip where the rogue team gets invited.
Because that's
right?
the host nation. You see this all the time.
No,
Wait a
the
minute.
Farmers that got slapped up. They
Why
weren't
are
host
Bayern
nation.
Dortmund there? What
They
did
got
They
to the
were.
quarterfinals.
They're the only representative of that
They've
side,
been
isn't it? Oceania. That's the only team, isn't it?
Hey, why
They're the
Dortmund there?
Sorry? I
Why
told
Dortmund
you.
there?
I've literally just told you. Every
Go on,
team
say
is there on either they've done something in the Champions League or the UEFA ranking based on that. That's what happened, which
So
is based
Dortmund
on
have a higher UEFA coefficient than Liverpool.
no, Mikey, slow down.
Right.
Slow
Educate
down. I'm trying to, but you have to let me speak, yeah? Then I can try my best. The maximum you can have in the country in terms of European is 2 per country. Obviously, Liverpool was much higher than Dortmund. That's obvious, right? So that's why Liverpool cannot overtake Dortmund. So they have to keep going down in the ranking. That's what happened there. That's what I was trying to say. So
It's a
you can't say it's a merit.
It's a nonsense. Captain Stubbing is
Dortmund are there.
The
Auckland are
nonsense.
there.
But then if they now put
Cincinnati were
Liverpool on the
invited.
ranking,
Nah, not
if
happening.
they now put Liverpool on the ranking, it's no longer a nonsense because you'll be supporting it and watching it.
But you've got a fan.
Yeah.
Uche
But
watching.
also,
I would
but
watch
also,
it,
you
I watch it, Uche. It doesn't mean
wait.
I'm supporting it. I think it's a nonsense. It's a nonsense cup. I watch it.
No,
Well,
what
you
I'm
say
saying
it's
is you watch
nonsense,
it.
but you say it's nonsense, but Al
But you
Hilal
watch
beat
it.
Manchester City, like the Brazilian
And?
clubs beat the European club. So
Good.
for me, I think outside
As
of
they
this
should in those
bubble,
competitions.
most fans across the world would be looking at the Club World Cup with positive vibes. If you ask me, I think maybe in England and in the other big Western nations. Probably not, but it's a big trophy to win. Like if you're in it, you're definitely playing it to win it. You're
And I
not
said
playing
that-
it not to win it.
Yeah, certain teams I can tell
100
you.
million you get probably helps towards that.
That's-
Not
That's
really.
exactly what I said.
No, not really.
But
No,
it's the
because
same
Real
with the
Madrid,
Champions League.
Real Ma-
If
it's
you want
like something that nobody can ever deny. If you ever know the history of Real Madrid of always taking FIFA World Cups, whatever version, extremely seriously, like forever. That's like it's something you need to reset. So they are there. They want to win it. If you're gonna tell me that Real Madrid don't want to win it, then you're just lying, basically. So that is literally the biggest club in Europe.
Do you know what? Do you know what?
So-
do you know what?
I don't
You know
really
what,
understand
Uche?
what you're saying.
I'm
So
trying-
just because
okay.
you're an English club and you're not
You don't
taking it
understand
seriously,
it, then let me explain it to you if you don't understand it. So you know what their former manager said about the Club World Cup when they
I
first
know
announced
exactly what he said because I follow
What did he say?
football.
What did he say?
He said he
Tell
didn't
me,
want to be part of it, but he's no longer the manager.
What did he say about the players who's going to play in the tournament? What did he say?
But he's not there, the manager. But he's
Huh?
not the manager, though, is he? Is he currently the manager?
He represented the club. I don't think he'd be allowed
Yeah,
to
but
say
he's
it.
no longer the manager.
If he was,
So who-
if the club were not going to back him, I don't think he would have said it.
But
So
you're
what did he
talking
say?
about
Tell everyone
you're
what he
talking
said.
about hearsay.
Not
What about the
backing.
reality? The
Not
reality is that they
Not
put out
hearsay.
full strength teams.
That's
You're
why I don't
talking about
understand
hearsay.
where are you going with this? Like what I'm saying to you is that the current manager, who is
Uh-huh.
still with the hierarchy, is playing the tournament, looking to win it.
And my point is the reason
Yeah.
why the current manager, who is being backed by the hierarchy, is playing to win it is because there's $100 million or pounds on offer. That's the reason.
Real. Why do Champions League one of the biggest tournaments? They get paid money. Like,
Because of the history.
it
Nah,
doesn't
no.
matter. You can say whatever you want about
If you look at the
it.
wait,
No,
wait, hold
you
on.
ain't
If you look at the
comparing
Europa
Club World Cup to
League, if you look at the
Champions
Europa League, where the money is a lot less, a lot of the big clubs, if they're in the Europa League, put out
It's
crappy
always been-
teams all the
Aki,
way
it's
up
always-
until the
Aki, it's
semi-finals.
always
No,
been- it's always
allow me
been
to finish my
the
point.
second
Allow
tier
me to finish my point.
European.
So it is about money.
Okay.
money makes the world go round.
Absolutely.
Champions League, it is what it is because of the money. The FIFA
Let's
World
put the
Cup
facts
Cup,
in there.
it is what it is
The
because of the money.
UEFA, formerly UEFA Cup, now
Right.
Europa League, has always been
Yeah.
a second-tier tournament in
Right.
Europe. Always
Right.
been the case.
Okay.
Always.
All right, Ro, let me ask you a question. Right now, when we
Uh-huh.
were young, when we were a lot younger, we used to watch Champions League, and one before only champions entered. Then they changed it. Then it became second. Then it became the top four. Do you think they were doing that because of the love of the game, or do you think they were just doing that because of the love of money? Do you think he was watching money? Okay, then. So what are we talking about?
What we're talking about is that this is a brand new tournament, and
Right.
the European Cup, formerly European Cup, then Champions League, and everyone else, that had its stature and it kept its stature. The money,
No, it didn't keep its stature. That's my problem.
The money has helped people who finish second, third, and fourth in their leagues to want to qualify for that thing.
That's my problem. My problem with it.
Champion, Uche, if you're the champion of your league, you will always, has always been the case, you will always try and win that trophy. Always. There's no.
What I'm trying to tell you that you're trying to make all this
I'm going
funny.
to bring my second team to compete for this short, which is what the Real Madrid manager said. Until FIFA said,
well, he's not the manager right now, and he didn't do it.
We'll give you an incentive. We'll give you an
Why
incentive.
didn't do it? But that's exactly what happens in life. That's literally life. That's literally how it works. That's life. That's literally what we do.
Why are you denying it then? I said, Aki said, the reason why it's a big tournament and blah blah blah, and I said 100 million probably helps towards the people taking interest.
But if you go back to what I said in the beginning, I said it was all about the money. I said the money makes it a big trophy, and like £100 million, I don't think any club is going to turn their noses up against.
It's ridiculous. I mean, to even argue this, I mean, it's mad. Because, like you say, how else are you going to make it attractive? If you make it more money, I can guarantee you now, yeah, if you make it more
how
money,
much did Aki pay you?
No, but Mikey, it's a bit like you know
20
this, right?
quid.
No.
So
It's a
cheap.
bit like the FA Cup. I was using this as an example in the previous chat. It's a bit like the FA Cup, yeah. The moment the FA Cup lost interest, what is it because of? Despite all the history, Real, what happened to the FA Cup? It's very simple maths.
Are we doing that?
People looked at it and they thought, why am I winning this? Why am I winning this silly cup when it doesn't give me anything? They don't give me anything, so they stopped taking it seriously. That's what happened. So whether you like it or not,
Look,
that's what it is.
Uche, just address Kibbsy's comment. That's all I want you to do.
What's Kipsy?
That's all I want you to do.
I'm not telling him. I've got no tickets to sell, man. Bro,
That's what I'm asking from you.
I cannot stand anything to do with FIFA, so I don't really. But then the same thing goes for UEFA. But we've got to stop doing this. They're all in it for cash. UEFA did it for much. They increased their competition for cash. They had 4. Now it's 5 teams. At some point, it's gonna be 6 teams. One day, it's gonna be 10 Premier League teams in the Champions League, right? And you're gonna be trying to lap it up and tell me it's the history. The history tells you what it should be. History tells you what it was, and the history is telling you what it is today. What it is today is that 5 or 6 Premier League teams can be participating in the Champions League today, and you'll be watching it, and you'll be trying to hype it up.
And I would have watched it. And by the way, I've watched every single European Cup final for as long as I can remember, going back to the early 90s. I would have watched it anyway, Uche. So
that's what I'm trying to say. So they're corrupting the league. They're corrupting something that we know and love, right? First it was only champions, then it's now 5th and 6th teams. That's what's happening.
I didn't back it though.
Of course you didn't back it. I'm not backing it, but I'm telling you what's happening. What's the attraction? The attraction is money. The attraction is always money. Why are these players leaving certain clubs to go and join Champions League clubs? It's all linked to money. So the idea of the Club World Cup, like I said before, if teams start getting that kind of money, like Fluminense, for example, if they get the money that they're going to get, regardless of they lose to Chelsea, they might actually be able to keep their players in the future, which means that some players stay in Brazil rather than come and play in the Premier League and play yet in the Champions League and yet and the thing just continues. So I don't really understand. Like, why are you guys so against it? It doesn't make sense. It's all about money. Like,
the question is, why are you rating this cup? Is it because
I'm not rating? No, CT, I'm not eating rating like that. I just know. I know how these people think, and I also know what. For example, I'm going to talk about my club now. Yeah, I know how our owners think, and I can guarantee you, with an absolute certainty, Liverpool goes into this tournament. They're taking it extremely seriously to win it. I can guarantee you that next time in 2009, guaranteed, no question. That's what's going to happen.
Fair.
Sorry, 2029. So that's it. You know, so even though you guys have all this energy, I can already see it. If Liverpool are in there in 2029, they're gonna take it extremely seriously. They're gonna want to win it. And this guy that's talking real, he's gonna be there trying to cheer them on. I'm hoping that they win it. That's the funny part of this whole thing. That's what's funny about it. He's gonna be there cheering on Liverpool and he's gonna have tickets to the final.
Mate, I cheer on Liverpool in pre-season friendlies, so I want them to win everything.
He's getting it. That's what I mean. It's a team.
So I don't know what your point is, to be honest.
The point is that the bottom line is this is where the football is going, guys. This is it. They wanted to have a club World Cup and they needed to invite people who are in it.
Bro,
Okay.
I hope you get your commission. I hope you get whatever commission you're getting paid.
You've earned it.
And you share it with us as well.
Trust me.
And you
The
share it
truth
with
of
us
the
as well.
matter is, TC, the truth of the matter is, your team probably will never be in it. So I understand
I
it.
don't care. How about that? I don't care
Who
about it.
cares?
I'd
But
rather
the thing
they
is,
qualify
the
for
thing is
Champions
though, the
League.
biggest club in Europe do care about it. I can tell you that.
Okay, let's wrap up the pod now. Just quickly, CT and Mikey, Ashley Spencer, he read Fabrizio said Sporting want a high fee after Gyokores gives up his 2 million. So looks like this is so Mikey.
I think it was that Sporting wanted a higher fee because we weren't getting close to them. And then Gyokores has put in this offer. But the deal will happen. Sporting are trying to finesse some additional money, but 48 hours, the deal will be done.
Okay,
Nothing.
48 hours. Oh, everyone.
Next week, catch me here.
One second, guy. 1 second. Have I missed the apology from that guy?
Leave him.
I was about to say,
I'm
maybe he's composing it. I don't know.
I can't see it. It's lost. I can't see it. No apologies. Shameful.
Okay, so we're gonna wrap it up here quickly. Captain Stubbin, I heard 2029 CWC will be in Qatar in the winter. So, yeah.
Wow, sorry.
Oh, did you see that? I am not sorry.
Oh, wow, you're actually posting that up. You're disgraceful to everyone.
Okay, we'll end the pod there. All right, it was good to chat, guys. Again, we'll say condolences to Jota and his family for what happened over the weekend, and yeah, long live Diogo Jota and his legacy at Liverpool Football Club. See you next week, guys.